Hello and welcome to the Show Me Tell Me part of the driving test. On your driving test, you'll be asked 2 vehicle safety questions during your car test. The examiner will ask you 1 tell me question, where you explain how you'd carry out a safety task at the start of your test before you start driving, and 1 show me question, where you show how you'd carry out a safety task while you're driving. You'll get 1 driving fault, sometimes called a minor, if you get 1 or both questions wrong. So the first questions that we're going to go through are all located under the bonnet. So the bonnet lever for this vehicle is just down here next to the door. You need to pull it towards you like so. Make your way around to the front of the car, and if you lift up the bonnet you can see that there's a lever just underneath, and then what you do is just here, located there, push it upwards and then pull the bonnet up. So we're going to have a look at the first question under the bonnet. First one is identify and locate and tell me how you would check your engine coolant. So this one here is your engine coolant, and it's got minimum max wrote on the front there, so that's how you would tell for that one. Tell me where you'd locate the brake fluid and how you would know there was enough in it. So this one here at the back of the engine is the brake fluid, and it has minimum maximum wrote down the side, so you would check in between those levels to make sure there was enough in. Next is identify where your dipstick is and how you would check your engine oil. So this is your dipstick here. What you do is explain that you pull it out, wipe it clean, put it back in, pull it out again, and the level should be in between the minimum max located on the dipstick. So we'll now start with the tell me questions, which are located inside the vehicle. So we'll start with, tell me how you would check that the brakes are working before starting a journey. Test your brakes. The brakes shouldn't feel spongy or slack. Test them as you set off, and the vehicle should not pull to one side. So the next question, tell me where you'd find the information for the recommended tyre pressures for this car and how tyre pressures should be checked. It's located in the instructor's manual, which is in the glove box. You'd use a reliable pressure gauge. Check and adjust pressures when tyres are cold, and don't forget the spare tyre. Remember to refit the valve caps. Also, if you can't find the manual for the recommended tyre pressures, there's a sticker located on the door which will let you know. So the next question is, tell me how you'd make sure your head restraint is correctly adjusted so it provides the best protection in the event of a crash. So your head restraint, there is a button on the side. You press that button in and move it up or down to suit your height, and the middle of the headrest should be level with the top of the ear. Tell me how you check the tyres to ensure they have sufficient tread depth and that their general condition is safe to use on the road. So what you do is have a look at the wall of the tyre. There should be no cuts or bulges. There should be 1.6 millimeters of tread depth across the central 3/4 of the breadth of the tyre and around the entire circumference of the tyre. Use a tread depth gauge and that will help you locate how much tread is in the tyre. So the next question is, tell me how you check that the headlights and tail lights are working. You don't need to exit the vehicle on this one. So what you do, you'd explain that you turn this switch down here to there so the headlights are on, and then you'd explain that you get out and walk around the vehicle and check in each individual light. Tell me how you'd know if there's a problem with your anti-lock braking system. Well, a warning light should illuminate on the dash, so when you turn the key, all of the lights should go out. So if there was any ABS lights located on here, that's how you would know if there's a problem with your anti-lock braking system. Tell me how you check the direction indicators are working on this vehicle, and again, you don't need to exit the vehicle. So you just explain that you'd put the indicator down. You can see it flashing on the dash there. Click it up, we can see it flashing on the dash, and you'd also get out and check each individual indicator to make sure that the bulbs are working. Tell me how you check that the brake lights are working on this car. Again, you don't need to exit the vehicle. All you do is you'd explain that you'd push down on the brake, get somebody to stand at the back and have a look for you and make sure all 3 brake lights are on, or you could reverse up to a reflective surface, have a look in your mirror, and then you'd be able to see the reflection shining back. Tell me how you check that the brake lights are working on this car. Again, you don't need to exit the vehicle. All you do is you'd explain that you'd push down on the brake, get somebody to stand at the back and have a look for you and make sure all 3 brake lights are on, or you could reverse up to a reflective surface, have a look in your mirror, and then you'd be able to see the reflection shining back. Tell me how you would check the power assisted steering is working before starting a journey. So what you would do before starting the engine, if you turn the wheel, you can see that it feels heavy. Once you turn the key and the engine starts, you can check again now by gently rocking the wheel from side to side, and you can see that there's a nice easy light movement on the wheel. Tell me how you'd switch your headlight from dipped to main beam and how you'd know the main beam is on. So what you do is you turn this switch 3 clicks to the right, that puts the headlights on for you, and then what you do is you flick that button away from you on the indicator, and you can see that the blue light is illuminating on the dash. That's how we know that the main beam is on. To take it off, just pull the indicator back towards you. Tell me how you'd switch on the rear fog lights and explain when you'd use them. Again, you don't need to exit the vehicle. So what you do is you operate the switch, so you turn your dipped headlights on, and then what you do is you pull the switch out, 1 click, that puts the front fog lights on, out another click, it'll put the rear fog lights on, and you can see that the warning sign is illuminated on the dash. And you would use your fog lights when visibility is poor due to fog and less than 100 meters. So the next 7 questions are called show me questions. These are ones that you have to do whilst the vehicle is moving. So we'll start with question number 1. Can you show me how you would wash and clean the rear windscreen? Well, what you would do, you've got the wiper down here, you push it away from you, and if you look in your mirror, you can see that it's washing the back window. And then what you've got to do, click it back towards you, or else the rear windscreen wiper will stay on. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how you would wash and clean the front windscreen? So you've got the wiper switch just located down here. All you do is pull it towards you and hold it, and you can see that it's washing and cleaning the windscreens. And all you do is just let go and it goes off automatically. When it is safe to do so, can you show me how you'd switch on your dipped headlights? So again, it's just the switch that's located down here. 3 clicks to the right turns your headlights on. You can see that it's lit up green down there, that's how you'd know it's on. To turn them off, 3 clicks back to the left. When it is safe to do so, can you show me how you'd set the rear demister? So this one's nice and easy. It's just a button that's down there. This one here, just press the button, you can see it illuminates, and that'll get to work cleaning the back windscreen for you. Just make sure you switch it off. When it is safe to do so, can you show me how you'd operate the horn? Just put your hand in the middle of the steering wheel and press down, and that activates the horn. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how you demist the front windscreen? So all we do with this one, make sure your temperature's on a little bit higher, and then turn that button all the way around to the right. You can also press the AC button as well, and that'll help demist the windscreen. To turn it off, just turn it back around to the left. When it is safe to do so, can you show me how you'd open and close the side window? So these are just located on the door handle just to the right of you. So you want to be pressing the one that's furthest on the right, press it down, the window will go all the way down on its own. And if you flick it up gently, that'll activate the window to go automatically on its own. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this video useful, and hopefully it'll make you answer these questions confidently when you do your driving test.